Joy Ann Greiner and Larry Lee Schachel, my parents, got married at St. Mary's in Keota, Iowa on February 24th, 1973. It was Mom's hometown, but they lived most of their married life and raised their two daughters in Rock Island, Illinois, Dad's hometown. Joy was a homemaker and textile crafter. She crocheted and did plastic canvas and lots of other creative upcycling. I spent a good chunk of my childhood helping her go to craft fairs and flea markets, and the measure of success was always whether or not she sold enough to make back her vendor fee. Often that wasn't the case, but she really enjoyed it and was so great at it. She needed the extra help because my mom was born what used to be called handicapped, I guess now we could say differently abled. She had severe scoliosis and as a child, young child, had steel rods surgically implanted to help hold her spine erect. She was also born with one leg shorter than the other, so she wore special custom-made built-up shoes, and her left arm didn't extend fully. She couldn't unbend it past a 90-degree angle. But even with all that, she had two daughters and loved parades. My mom loved to sing 50s and 60s. Rock and roll was some of her favorite, but in later years, she really, really liked Roger Whittaker. Larry was a blue-collar laborer his whole life. He never made much money. His last job before retirement was at a place called X-Pac. They shipped John Deere farm implements. He never particularly liked any of his jobs, but he went dependably, and my sister and I often joke that we are cursed with his same strong work ethic. Dad enjoyed bowling and fishing and a little bit of golf. They actually met at a bowling alley, and when they were younger, bowled together on some mixed leagues. I spent lots of my time in bowling alleys growing up. Larry loved Hollywood trivia and movie musicals and Sudoku puzzles. Harry Belafonte was one of his favorite performers. He collected pens and watches and liked to sort of MacGyver up little fixes for things around the house. So Dad was a big Chicago Bears fan, and Mom liked the Green Bay Packers. In spite of this and other disagreements, they made a life together with their two academically gifted daughters. Joy passed away completely unexpectedly, New Year's Eve 2019, at home in her sleep. So she missed COVID and she missed the insurrection. Larry had been devoted to taking care of her. After she died, he really just kind of became a hermit, only leaving the house for medical appointments. His health deteriorated pretty rapidly last summer, and he entered hospice care in September, where he passed away 2 weeks later. Today would have been their 52nd anniversary, and while I'm mostly very glad that they're together again and not subject to the current American crisis, I really miss them. Love you, Mom and Dad. Thanks for listening.